So, what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, you missed a fantastic duet by Anne-Marie and Janica. You missed a spectacular anthem by the choir. But then you might have known that you'd miss those things because it's Ascension Sunday. Ascension Sunday. We heard the story from the end of Luke's Gospel. We heard it again in the book of Acts. Jesus rising up, and out of sight. And we pondered the meaning of such an event, and we wondered why it was once the primary Christian festival. How did that come to be? How is it that it could eclipse Christmas and Easter as we celebrate them? Well, what could it possibly mean? And we wondered and thought, well, maybe it's because we finally found a place to put Jesus. Not on a dashboard or on a bumper sticker, not in a temple, not in our personal pocket. But finally, the church found a place to put Jesus. Not on the cross, not on the mount, not at the empty tomb, not to the right, not to the left, not tied to one place or one culture, but literally above it all. Jesus ascends to heaven, and in doing that transcends all of those things by which we try to contain and restrain him. And having the right place to put Jesus, well, we're empowered to live abundantly and compassionately, knowing that we've got it sorted out. And we also noted the power of his body being taken up in the ascension, not left behind as his soul or spirit rose, not tossed aside as if it were dirty or unwanted or unneeded. There was a real contradiction to the dualism of body and spirit, human and divine, that we often express in our faith. Right? We have the sense sometimes that our bodies are weak, our bodies hold us back, our bodies lead us to sin. Our humanity is something that's not quite good enough to be human, to be divine. That's why we have to be reborn, as it were, in a holy way. But Jesus' body rose in the ascension. Jesus' humanity is celebrated. And in the ascension, his humanity is one with God. So we need not be ashamed of our bodies, of our humanity, of our fleshiness. It's meant to be one with God. And if we can really believe that, if we can live that out, then perhaps we can start to see that everything around us, in fact, is holy. We can have that sense of being part of the wonder of creation, knowing that creation is not separate from the Creator. That our world is not separate from the divine. All about us is fit for oneness with God, including ourselves, including our neighbors. And with that in mind, as we celebrate the Ascension, we put God in God's right place. We find the right place to put Jesus. And in that, we find the right place for humanity. Together. God, Jesus, humanity. Meant to be one, striving to understand and live that out. That's what we did as we celebrated the Ascension today. And that's what you missed. And hopefully we won't miss you next week, because next week is confirmation. Next week is Pentecost. So expect some wind, some flames, and a few surprises. Hope we get to see you next week. God bless.